Exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
Is it excessive use of force? Maybe. You gotta, you can argue that point. But again, it still don't change the fact that you kind of brought this on yourself.
You know what I do? No, you know how I do. I just do me. I just do me. I be getting that money. They know me for moving that tree.
What's up, world? The TYS family. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, T.Y., the Lone Star Chef, whatever you want to call me, but whatever it is, you already know what I'm here to do, man. I'm here to talk my... Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's been a minute, though. Really been a minute, Life be lifing. Life be lifing. You gotta roll with it. And I know I told you that before, but, stuff been real. You know what I mean? Stuff been real. So, your boy been, doing what he need to do, you know what I mean, to try to figure this thing called life out, you know what I mean? Because, y'all ain't support. You see, I'm still in my mama basement. Y'all ain't support. Y'all ain't helping the brother out. I still ain't got my sub. Where my subs? Been looking for you. You know what I'm saying? What you waiting for? Huh? What you waiting for, man? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Drop them comments, man. Let a brother know how you feel, you know what I mean? Now today, it's going to be something real quick. And I think I might do it in 2 parts. But what I'm going to do is I want to give my reaction, right? And then I think I want to speak about this on the show. But it's these 2 videos I seen, right? It's these 2 videos I seen. One of them, touched me dearly because it's a woman that's being abused. And she's terrified to death to tell the cops on her abuse. And I get it, I understand, right? At the end of the day, me bringing it to the cops is probably going to make my situation worse because y'all not going to be able to protect me 24/7, right? Not like y'all going to send a cop on my door and make sure I'm all right. So eventually, I might have to bump into this dude. And then, the chances of this man really staying behind bars after assaulting me, it's like slim to none. So I get why she's terrified. You know what I mean? Is that an excuse to be terrified? But I do feel like if you want her to feel comfortable to go ahead and say something to these cops, her family need to be behind her. Make sure y'all folks is cool. Like, 'cause, domestic violence situations are real and they definitely can end in a death. But these dudes is really comfortable with putting their hands on women. And I can't see me doing that. Self-defense, I get it. I still draw a thick line before I even attempt to use self-defense just because genetically men are so much stronger than women. Now, I ain't saying a woman can't be stronger than you, but genetically, men are stronger than women, right? So I want to touch on that, but I also want to touch on this William Anthony McNeil arrest video that I've seen recently. I know I made a video a while back, stating about complying when cops pull you over, because we make our situation 100 times worse when we don't comply. You going against the order. I get it. Cops have tough jobs, right? They have tough jobs. So, you thinking about things in a matter of seconds, that's just like if somebody walked up on you and pulled a gun out on you. You got a matter of seconds to think about things. So when these cops pull y'all over and, if you act in some type of way, especially based off of a whole bunch of scenarios of how things played out, they can't just remain calm all the time based off how you act. So, at first, like when I seen the video that they put out there with the cell phone footage and all that, I'm all like, man, this is crazy. But then when I went back and seen the full arrest video, I'm like, man bought it on himself. And I made a video before. I don't agree too much what the guy Officer Tatum talks about. But when I seen his reaction to it, because when I first seen the video and then I seen his video pop up, I said, oh, all right, let me hear what this bootlicker got to say. You know what I mean? And I will say, you know, he stood on business in this video. I agree with it, right? You know, I seen the video. I'm all like, bro, you didn't have to do all this. That shit, the cop had placed his hand on him. No, he should, right? But at the end of the day, everything that came out of that altercation, you kind of brought it on yourself by, you know, taking the stance that you took. I want to get into these, right?
Yeah, Florida 2-4 Bravo Echo Charlie Whiskey on a silver Kia. I know not this. Pop the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Absolutely, there's a reason why I'm pulling you over. One thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights.
All right, so first thing first, right? Him walking up to the car and you popping your door open, rip, he probably on edge. It's like, what you got your door open? But you explained that to dispel his concerns. All right, cool. But you ready to start arguing with this man about why he pulled you over at the end of the day. Folks, we got to stop having court on the side of the road, right? If the cop wrong, just rush him to give you your ticket so you can go about your day and then you fight it in court.
It's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
735. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle.
All right. So there you go. And then telling him no, you're not going to give him your driver's license and all that. That creates another unnecessary feeling in the atmosphere that, you know, something is going on. Right? So at this point, now you're going to take this from being a simple traffic stop to these dudes really trying to arrest you pretty much, right? I ain't even gonna say, I ain't gonna sit there and make it seem like it's a racist thing or anything, nothing like that, because it don't look like that from the video. It just simply looked like you was a little too arrogant, and we gotta understand we don't control these situations when it comes to these cops. So it's best to just, you know, give them your information. You know, I got pulled over not too long ago. Cop pulled me over talking about my rear lights is out. I'm sitting there like, well, why the car ain't say nothing? You know, nowadays you got a newer car, the car gonna tell you. But nonetheless, you know what? Here go my information. Ooh. Then I look and I see that I didn't turn the lights on. And I said it to the officer, hey, you know what? You're 100% correct. My lights was off. I see I never turned them on when I pulled out of the parking lot. Cool. We understand. Now we figured out why the lights was off. I see that the officer wasn't lying. I let him do his thing. I explained to the officer that I was working. Can you hurry up, do what you need to do so I can keep pushing? Yeah, I mean, but all in all, I'm not going to give you a hard time for doing your job because it ain't going to get me nowhere. You're just going to hold my day up long.
I said, for 9-4, the driver just slammed the door and locked it. Yep.
Then just call your supervisor. What's your reason for pulling you over? He already told you the reason for pulling him over. You know, it's not like he's doing anything that's unlawful or anything that you need his supervisor. So you're pretty much just wasting the supervisor's time to make the supervisor come out there. Now, I know you can request for a supervisor and they got to call their supervisor. I'm not sure when he said something, send me a 35, you know, if that meant send me a supervisor, or if that meant send me backup or whatever like that. I don't know cop terms. You know what I mean? I don't know cop code. But all in all, the cop didn't do anything wrong. So you requested a supervisor. You're just wasting everybody's time just for the supervisor to come out and give you the same explanation of why they're going to ticket you, right? Or why he pulled you over. Yes, if it's raining outside and if it's drizzling or whatever, doing anything, you have to turn your lights on. Why? Because it makes yourself a little more visible to the other cars. That, you know, maybe it's raining too hard and they can't see. So by you turning your lights on, it lets them know, hey, it's a car in front of me or it's a car behind me, right? So that's the reason for having them on. So it is a law that you need to have your lights on whenever you turn your windshield wipers on or whenever it's inclement weather. Some states is different of how they word it, but nonetheless, if it's raining outside, you need to have it on. Do I think that it was that much rain that, I don't believe so, but I also don't know the exact law in Florida, but I do know there is a law that states that, when in inclement weather, you need to turn your light.
Commonwealth.
25 seconds. If anybody responding, come in from Commonwealth, block the vehicle, please.
Well, I'm coming west on Commonwealth.
Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. My camera's on too. I already told you. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand?
All right, so it makes sense. He's trying to get him to state why he pulled him over again for his cam. We got to stop with the likes and the clicks and all that, bro. We got to stop that, man. Like, it's a time and a place for everything. If the cop really, on some bull crap, I get it. But this cop was just doing his job. He wasn't doing nothing out of the ordinary. Trust and believe, I know when cops was doing things out of the ordinary. I'd have had a few run-ins with them myself. And this was nothing out of the ordinary.
You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. Sir, this is your last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window.
The traffic stop right now. You need to.
No, he's under arrest. Resisting. Open.
That's how to quickly go from a traffic stop to an arrest.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Now, he done said that maybe 10, 15 times, right? I don't even understand how lawyers are going to take this case. After seeing this body cam video, I don't see how they're going to take this case. Now, looking at it from his cell phone video, I get it. But looking at it from this body cam video, and like I said, should he place his hands on him? No, he shouldn't. So that alone, maybe he got some type of case. He can get some type of money. But at the end of the day, all of that, you brought it all on yourself. Even the cop that pulled up, thinking listen, it's just about to be a traffic stop. He nah, we taking him to jail now. Because of everything that you did. This was just going to be a ticket, and you go about your business. Get your license. Yes, you sign papers to say that you're going to cooperate and all that with these type of investigations when it comes to traffic stops, right? So, for any reason, the cop can ask you to step out of the car. It don't necessarily mean that you did anything as to why they really asking you to step out for their own safety. If you out of the car, then I know that you're not about to reach for nothing and pull it out on. Been plenty of times cops pull people over and then people roll down the window and then start shooting at them. Open the door and start shooting at them. So them asking you to step out is for their own safety. It took me to grow up to know this as well, because we so quick to, and I was doing this at the time before social media. I mean, not before social media, but before it became real relevant to pull your phone out and record everything, right?
Okay. So what did he ask for when he I guess, started?
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door, my window don't work, right? And then I said, so what I did wrong?
Yeah.
He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, there's multiple people headlights off.
Okay, that's so
and then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up? Can you call your supervisor? Can you call your supervisor?
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
What is your reason, sir? What is your reason? Step out now. All right. Get on the ground. No, don't touch me. Get on the ground.
What's wrong with you?
Just slapped him before he got out to just slapped him. But then he punched him when they got him out of the car. They tried to get him on the ground and he mushing his head into the ground. So is it excessive use of force? Hey, you can argue that point. But again, it still don't change the fact that you kind of brought this on yourself.
I was putting my hands behind my back. I was on. Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking. Fucking 2%, bro. I was doing, bro. What's going on, man?
You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
No,
Yes, bro. Yes.
That's a lawful reason, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off of you, bro.
And I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with y'all, bro.
That's not how it works.
When they asked me to step out of the vehicle, you should have done that shit. So your partner didn't even act.
Marijuana in his right pocket.
Yes, it is. Why close the door if you see him pull up? Yes, man. What you mean? talking about arresting me and stuff, but I didn't do nothing.
There's no resisting.
I didn't do nothing wrong. I don't know. Can you back me up to the car?
Talk to me, 30-year-old.
They went to search his car and all that. They found a knife in the car and everything. That's the one thing I didn't agree with that Officer Tatum said. I mean, you can't just assume he's going to use the knife. I mean, a lot of people ride around with protection, especially I think he's in Jacksonville. And at least from, what I see on the news and everything or out there in the world, Jacksonville is not the greatest of places. So him riding around with some sort of protection, I'd rather him ride around with a knife than a gun. Even though he should probably be riding around with a gun out there because it's a little crazy out there. I'm not sure if he involved in a gang life or nothing like that. Nonetheless, right, comply with these officers, right? I think that's the thing that when you look at a lot of these videos that separate white folks from black folks is they may do something stupid to go ahead and get put in cuffs, but a lot of the times they just going to comply with the officer once they say they're under arrest, right? Sometimes you don't, they don't comply or whatever, and they want to act, stupid, and they get a stupid prize, right, as well. So I'm not going to say that some arrests aren't race motivated or motivated by race. I'm not going to say that. But, a lot of the times it be us just bringing stuff on ourselves. This was a very clear case of he brought this upon himself. Just comply. Like, it's like nothing else that you can say about it. Like, just comply with these officers. Then we won't have situations like this, right? Or not to say we won't have them, but it decreases the chance of you having a situation like this. This was very, very uncalled for. And then it's like you don't control the situation. So if you feel like these cops are doing you wrong, then guess what? You're going to have your day in court, proven in court. It is what it is, right? You got your footage, you got the cop footage, you got all this, right? So you're going to get your day in court. But on the side of the road, that's not it. This is going to make a very tense situation, and then stuff like this is going to happen, right? And it could have been worse. That young man could have lost his life, anything. So just comply, right? I feel like you would have just walked away with your tickets and not got punched in your face. None of this, right? Wouldn't have got locked up. None of this, right? Let me know how y'all feel down in the comments, right? Do y'all think the cops was overboard? Do y'all think he was overboard? He went overboard. He should have just complied. I think he should have just complied. But how do y'all drop that comment, man? If you didn't already, hit that subscribe button. If you like the content, hit that like button, man. Up a brother out. I'm trying to get in the algorithm a little bit. I'm trying to get out of my mama's basement. Can't you see? I'm tired of being down here, man. Got spiders and stuff. I'm tired of being in my mama's basement. Just help a brother out. Please. We're going to get to our next video, But this is going to be the end of this. Hope y'all enjoying y'all day, enjoying y'all night, whatever time it is, wherever you at. I don't know. And don't forget, click that next link so you can see what else we got to say, man. I love y'all. See what I do?
No, you know how I do. I just do me. I just do me, I be getting that money. They know me for moving that tree. I just do me, if you down with the team, it's like this, we gon' make sure you eat. I just do me, I just trap and get money. You broke, you got nothing on me. I just do me, I just stick to the script. Get money, that's me. I just do me, I be trapping all day, take account for that money, then breathe. I just do me, so I stay with my strap, cause I'm always running these streets. I just do me.